Hi, welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful week and you're ready for another talk. This week, we continue our visit through Portugal and we stop at Beira Baixa. So stick around. Let's talk. Beira Baixa, another beautiful region of Portugal. It's located in the interior of the country, so it's in the center and it's as I said, in the interior. It has its borders with Spain, and its capital is Castelo Branco. The region is um, blessed with mountains and nature. It's pretty beautiful, and the food, obviously, is to die for. And it is about the food that we are here today. So let's start. And of course, once again, because I think it became a tradition in this series to start with the famous cod. So here's another cod dish for you. As you see, there is one cod dish at least in every region. And if you look, there will be more than one cod dishes in every region. I just chose to have one per region because otherwise the videos would be very, very long. I couldn't mention them all. So this one is bacalhau no forno, translated is a cod in the oven, and this cod is prepared. It's pre-cooked, and then you remove all the skins and the bones, everything, and then you cut the cod into cubes, into small pieces, and then I find I must leave my personal comment. When I read this recipe, I found that it would be quite difficult for you to cut the cod in cubes after it's cooked. um, that's what I read in the recipe. But my guess, and if I was to do this dish myself, I would cut the cod in cubes before cooking it, and then I will remove the things. But that's just my guess. Please don't take it as a rule because it may not be like that, and it may work the other way. So as I said, you cut it, then you pass it through flour, and you then put it in a baking tray, and you put eggs and onions, a onion and egg mix on top, and you bake in the oven. And that's a very traditional dish. Um, Another one that I must be honest and say that I don't like is caldeirada de enguias. So it's hill is fisherman stew, but with hill, and it's very very popular because there's plenty of rivers and people just get the hills and they just do it. Another one is lamprey, which also I don't really appreciate, but it's very 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 popular in this area. There's other regions in Portugal that also have dishes with lamprey, and this is one of those regions, and it's very popular there. And for the sweet tooth, and because I always have to leave you something for the sweet tooth, it's the pão de ló. Pão de ló is basically the Portuguese version of sponge cake, and it's amazing. It's really fluffy. It's really nice. And in this region, they have one of the uh, most famous recipes. There is others, obviously, um, and it's really really amazing. And you have this pão de ló, so this sponge cake, um, done everywhere in the country, because obviously all these dishes, and the same goes for all the other regions I've been talking about. You have dishes that may have originated in one particular region, but day to day they spread out and they are very popular still in all the other regions of the country. And we cannot say that today they're just specific to that particular area, because you can have it basically everywhere. um, for that, maybe also the migration of people within the country has also helped with this, because um, in the olden days there was a mass migration from people in the villages, in the interior of the country to the big cities. I think that happened in every country. And with that, they took whatever food they were cooking in their own region, in their own villages, to the big cities. And all this mix became, and it's amazing because it's really, and since we are talking about Portugal, I can say it's really a country with a rich gastronomy, with a huge variety of dishes. You can have meat, seafood, you can have sweets, everything. You have a really great variety of dishes um, for everyone. Basically, it's not, if, for example, goat is not your cup of tea, just like it's not mine. You can also have other dishes. You can have lamb, or you can have beef, or even if you are vegetarian. Um, yes, I can't possibly say that Portugal is traditionally vegetarian, which I would be wrong, is not the case. But in all these traditional dishes, there is options that obviously you can do for vegetarians, and it's okay. I remember a few days ago when I talked about the peixinhos da horta, which is one thing. Oh, it's one of the dishes that it's actually they are traditional in Lisbon, and I will get there in a few weeks. Um, which is green beans that you just go and pass through flour, through basically kind of a dough. You pass through it, and then you fry it, and I believe that would be okay for vegetarians, not for vegans because it has the eggs, but for vegetarians would be okay. So, and there's plenty of other dishes that you can adapt and you can do. Plenty of rice recipes that you can obviously do. So, I think Portugal is one of these countries that it's versatile, and there's always a little option for everyone. It doesn't matter what you prefer, you'll find something that you'll fancy because there's such a variety of dishes that obviously will cater for everyone. So I hope you really enjoyed this week and this trip through Beira Baixa. And that's all for today. I hope you really like our trip through Beira Baixa. I hope you really enjoyed our suggestions. But if you are there and you have any suggestion of some dish that I forgot, please do. Or if you are a local from Beira Baixa and you would like to clarify that little question about the recipe, the cod recipe, please do. We always want to hear from the locals because they are the ones who know how to do it. Um, and or any other suggestion. Before I move on, I would like to thank my dear follower Sheila Neves for her suggestions. Last week she left me another great comment and another suggestion that is talking about the cheeses. I haven't been talking about the Portuguese cheeses in this series because I'm trying to keep my videos below 10 minutes so they don't get a little bit too big. But and if I included the cheeses, that would probably happen. But after Sila's suggestion, I am considering doing something about this and creating a few videos about the Portuguese cheeses, which are really good as well. And I won't be doing it per region because, as you can see, creates a very long series. And my channel is tourism, but it's also about aviation and things like that. So I want to diversify my content a bit, but I will do a few videos about the best Portuguese cheeses, and obviously, um, because they are really worth to talk about. Thank you so very much, Stila, for another great suggestion. Just keep them coming. Before I go, please put a like. Why not? You know, the YouTube algorithm. And subscribe the channel with a little click on the bell so you get a notification of each conversation every week. Before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching these videos. See you next week. Have a good one. Thank you so very much. Bye.